Most intelligent animals on Earth. Hey everyone, it's Alexa and welcome back to another video. There are many factors to consider when trying to fathom out the smartest animals. Some factors are purely natural instincts, while other factors prove that an animal can think creatively and independently. You might even be thinking you know animals are smarter than some humans you know, and that could be true. Today, we meet some intelligent animals from around the world. But before we get into today's video, make sure that you're subscribed and ring the bell so that you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Squids. These tentacled creatures are one of the most intelligent invertebrates in the world. Their brain structure is not the same as other invertebrates, and they share several features in the brain with humans. They're known to be curious about their environment, can learn new skills, can use tools to curb boredom, and keep them out of harm's way. Raccoons. Raccoons make the best criminal partners, and here's why. In a bizarre study conducted in 1908, ethologists H.B. David concluded that raccoons were able to pick complex locks in less than 10 attempts. Further studies later down the line prove that raccoons have excellent memories and retain information for up to 3 years. Their hearing is incredible. They can actually hear earthworms moving beneath them. Chimpanzees. Naturally, chimps had to feature on this list because they share roughly 99% of our DNA, our closest living relatives. Chimps are very good at adapting to different environments. They can learn to sign, can eat a broad diet if need be, can walk on their hind legs, make rudimentary tools out of natural materials to help open nuts, and drink water efficiently. Elephants. Elephants display so many emotions that are like ours. These majestic animals not only have the largest brain of any land animal, but can also communicate via vibrations. They use those vibrations to console family members, to help their own species and other species. They play and they show empathy. They can identify languages, recognize themselves in the mirror, use tools, understand human body language, mourn the loss of a family member, mimic voices, and have excellent memories. Need we say more? Spiders. Despite being some of the smallest creatures in the world, spiders have a high level of intelligence. For example, white-mustached Portia spiders have displayed special learning skills. Jumping spiders have a brain the size of a sesame seed, but they have an abstract working memory, which is usually only seen in larger animals. They are able to plan and predict problems before they arise. Crows. Crows have always displayed a higher intelligence than other birds. They have displayed a basic understanding of physics and have the capability of remembering areas where crows were killed in the past and to change migration patterns to avoid those areas. They have learned the routes and days that garbage trucks go through a city, and by doing that, can ensure they get the droppings of food that inevitably fall by the side. They're known to harbor grudges, not just towards a specific person, but towards that person's entire family. Ants. Considering their size, the ant is exceptionally clever. Ants live in a complex society and have a very advanced communication system. For every human on Earth, there are 1.5 million ants living in the ground. They've been farming for 50 million years longer than humans and cultivate a fungus on leaves to eat. In an ant colony, which is thousands of miles long, they have separate sections for farming, collecting food, and for gathering. Each colony has its own specific scent. Some colonies of ants will enslave other species of animals, helping them to build their own colonies. Bottlenose dolphins. When it comes to communication, the bottlenose dolphin is way ahead of other animals. They rely on vocal learning to develop their own unique vocal signature. In order to communicate with each other, the dolphin will mimic the dolphin he wants to communicate with, like humans calling each other by their own names. Dolphins develop strong attachments to each other and will often stay close to injured or ill dolphins. They've also been known to protect humans from sharks by swimming in a circle around them. They will often work as a team to catch fish and have also helped fishermen, knowing they'll be rewarded with something tasty for their efforts. Squirrels. Studies have proven that squirrels can interpret the intentions of others. A research team reported that a group of squirrels were able to throw off would-be thieves. This behavior was again noted when the team researched the reaction of the squirrels when humans stole their peanuts. Whether it's a learned behavior or an instinct is unclear. It's also been noted that squirrels make a mental 3D map to remember where they hid their peanuts, and rodents from California will cover their fur with rattlesnake scent to mask their own smell from predators. Pigeons. Pigeons have a firm place in history and have helped smuggle notes across borders during wartime, and even today have been used to transport illegal items from one point to another. These birds are excellent at geolocation, and they have an amazing skill of remembering people and places for many years. Pigs. Pigs are super bright and have very similar behavior patterns to dogs. They are highly emotional, display empathy, can solve a maze, learn symbolic languages, and will be your best friend for life. We're not saying trade your dog in, but you can see the appeal in owning a little pig. An experiment was done with pigs as young as 6 weeks, where they had to navigate a maze with mirrors to find a bowl of hidden food. The pigs were able to recognize their own reflection within a few hours, whereas human babies can take up to a few months to learn this. Otters. They may be the smallest marine mammal in the animal world, but they are also among the brightest. These cute and playful critters are known for using items like rock to remove an unwanted bit of fish or crab before they consume them. They're very aware of predators and can pick up their vibrations in the water. African gray parrots. Called the Einsteins of the parrot world, these gray and red parrots are known for their intelligence. They have incredible counting abilities and vocalization skills and possess unusual reasoning abilities. These birds are highly sensitive creatures and demand a lot of attention. It makes sense when you hear they have the mental and emotional capacity of a 5-year-old. They like routine and become quite grumpy when things are not what they're used to. Dogs. How smart are dogs really? It seems that they are as smart as a 2-year-old child, although some researchers are trying to prove they're not even that intelligent. They can follow many basic instructions like sit, lie down, fetch, and stay, but how far beyond that does it go? Some dogs have been known to recognize as many as 200 words. They can deliberately deceive you or try and hide something they've done wrong. They're known to show empathy, understand subtle cues, and genuinely show love and affection. Sheep. You wouldn't think it just by looking at them, but sheep are said to have powerful memories. Some research suggests that their memory may even be better than ours. They're aware if one of their sheep are missing from their flock, they build friendships, stick up for another sheep in a fight, and feel emotional when a fellow sheep disappears. Sheep show remarkable recognition skills and have a wide range of emotions. Honeybees. Despite having tiny brains, bees are highly intelligent. They have evolved into a term known as swarm intelligence. One colony could be made up of 50,000 workers, and they work together to make democratic decisions. If a hive gets too crowded, the bees choose teams of scouts to go and find a new location for their home. If there is a disagreement on the location, they come together and argue their case in a way that might work with humans. They dance it out. The bee that displays the better, happier, more excitable dance will win the dance-off. The remainder of the bees can also be involved with the decision by flying towards the spot they prefer. Bees have been trained to solve simple puzzles where they learned there was sugar water as a reward for them. Whales. There are a few whale species that display similar behavior to dolphins, but because of their large size, it's not possible to train them. They have the same communication techniques as dolphins and use clicks and whistles. Sperm whales have very large brains, and along with other whales, have spindle cells around their brain, allowing for cognitive abilities. They're social animals who like to travel. The beluga whale can even mimic human speech. Rats. You may not love them, but you can respect them. These clever creatures can think about thinking. The term used to describe this is metacognition, and they can make a decision based on what they do or don't know about a situation, just like humans. They have self-awareness, dream, and are even ticklish. They form strong bonds with people and love being social. Like a dog or cat, they can learn their own name, and they've been known to beg just like a dog. Cats. Studies have proved that people who prefer cats to dogs are more intelligent. That aside, how clever are cats? We don't seem to train them like dogs, but they too can do things like sit, roll over, and play dead. Their brains are 90% like ours, and a cat's cerebral cortex has around 300 million neurons. This is the area where decision-making and problem-solving takes place. Cats are born to survive, and the most intelligent breeds are Abyssinians, Siamese, and Bengals. Horses. If you're a horse lover, you'll already know how smart they are. Horses have excellent memories, are quick learners, and can work well under stress. Horses recognize our emotions. They can talk to us by learning simple methods of communication with us. Horses can learn via conditioning and match voices to faces. Chickens. Chickens don't have the best reputation, especially if you've watched Moana, but it's the farthest thing from the truth. They are very clever. Chickens can actually differentiate between colors and shapes. Melissa Coe, who wrote the book How to Speak Chicken and a Kid's Guide to Keeping Chickens, even wrote how chickens can be trained. Apes. Said to be the second most intelligent living organism in the world, apes are social animals that love being in company. They display a wide range of emotions and are great communicators. Apes would also include orangutans, gorillas, and bonobos. They use different tools to forage for food and defend themselves using tools as well. Some researchers believe that with time, apes will be able to learn to speak a human language. Falcons. Many birds are described as being feathered apes as opposed to bird brains, and the falcon has been said to be rather intelligent. Like the pigeons we mentioned earlier, falcons can also convey messages and do reconnaissance. They're good at following commands and have excellent memories. What are your thoughts on these intelligent animals? Let us know your feelings in the comments below. Owls. It's not just Harry Potter that has put owls on the map as highly intelligent animals, but shows like Winnie the Pooh too. However, today we're about to burst your bubble. Forget about the wise old owl, as owls are just as smart as any other bird that you see day to day. Sorry to burst your bubble, but these guys might just be bird-brained after all.